Round 2 of the La La Land Open on the Platinum Tour this week. Gobbling Creek by Big Hockey Guy. Things are firming up and speeding up this round. We are still off of the back tees. Medium winds, so winds have calmed down a little bit here, but firm fairways and firm, fast greens. And the big thing to keep in mind here, default green speed is a little bit below moderate. And so with this being fast greens, that means we are playing above the speed that these greens were created for. So something to be mindful of, something to keep an eye out for. But let's get this thing off to the races. Nice drive down Broadway. And here we go. Look at that. Actual perfect drive on the first. None of the first tee jitter big fast. Now that's not to say that it can't come today, but that's a good start. That is a good start. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate all the luck. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you've been enjoying the videos, then consider leaving a subscription. I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's get on into this approach shot. We are 3 yards uphill, a little bit of wind at the back. I feel like this is the type of shot that with a good amount of backspin, you just kind of get it up there. Maybe a little bit of release, a little bit of check. I don't want to try and roll it back, and I don't want to have the downhill putt. Okay, we're on the green, now bite. Wow, even with that much backspin, the pitching wedge flop still releases. Okay. So good to know. I definitely thought that was going to sit a little bit harder. Lucas, how we doing? Thank you for the luck. All right, downhill 2 inches. All right, so this is going to be touchy. It's down the hill, so got to add more to it. See, you're hitting it gently. It's dropping. I'm going to put it out to here. Okay. Okay, so that last adjustment that we made, first off there, I think I played too much power on it. So I think there's a little bit there. That's good mental note. The green speeds are faster. I got to take a little bit more off of that than I did. I don't think that's going to be anything worth it. So downhill into wind here. Just a nice easy 3-wood. Should do the trick for us. I don't think it's downhill enough that we're going to end up in that bunker. That's going to just settle down in this little pocket here. Okay, now this is where we've got to make the most of things. This is 100% where we got to make the most of things. Uphill into the wind a little bit here. Is it going to be enough to take off the last 3 yards? I think it's going to be just fine. Kind of hanging out there to the right. Just never really came back with that wind. So that's going to leave us a 9-footer, almost uphill. Just a little bit of break to be read here. Okay. Almost read that a little bit much, but we're able to get the putt in here on the second, get our scoring started a little bit earlier than in round 1. 158 to the flag, so we're a little bit in between clubs here. Downhill to 167. It's not a lot of wind. Got to remember that these are medium winds. So definitely not going to be anything crazy strong. So if we use like the 3 yards here, we got to take another 5 or so off. Downhill and with shape. A little fast, so we are going to pull back left. It's going to add a little bit of distance to it. So now we land pin high. We're just not quite up on that shelf, but still give ourselves a 13-footer. Hey, what's going on, Scotty? Flyers shirt? Yeah, man. Come on, everybody should know at this point that I am just a Philly sports guy through and through. It is what it is. Yeah, you take me for who I am. All right, this is an interesting read here because there's so much that happens early on and then it's like subtle break the rest of the way. Come on! That's big. That's big. We need these. We need these to be dropping. You knew Phillies didn't know it extended to NHL? Yeah, it's everything. Everything Philadelphia. Ooh, crossed myself over there, got a little bit fast. So now the trees become a bit problematic. The push there, though, helps save everything else. All right, let's see what we can do here. This goes a little bit long, but I do wonder if we just give this a little bit of loft, we can't just go, like, straight over the trees. A little bit fast again, but we've got backstop down here. If it gets that far. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I think this might just be a straight ball. I mean, I don't want to, like, get too... Alright, make that 3 in a row. Make that 3 in a row. A little bit off on the tempos there, but we're able to make it work. Get ourselves into a very good spot for the putt. Alright, and I think this is going to be just all about trying to get down in between these two. Okay, we're getting a little bit fast. We're getting a little bit fast on these, so gotta slow it down. I do think playing that right side here, even though the approach angle is poor, I think we just have a better tee shot. Like, yes, I would like that little bit extra, but I still feel like we should be able to play it maybe somewhere into here, and you're just trying to bounce it forward and trickle it down. I mean, that's the theoretical play. Now, the hard part is execution because I think we have to go up to a 6-iron. So let's just say this carries a little bit further than the hole with the 6-iron. I think maybe if you play the fade. Let's just try and think about what this shot would do normally. Like at the hole. I'm gonna play it more to the left because I don't want to be in the bunker. The slow is a little bit drifty. Bounce forward somehow. Okay. Okay. Hey, even prime. Gonna need a -10 to break the 5-round tie we got going. Wait, we've been tied. The two of us have been tied on each of the past 5 rounds. That's crazy. That's crazy. A little low, or not. Get in there. Get in there. Danny, what's going on? Thank you for the follow earlier. How are you doing? Tied last tournament and got a -11. What are the odds of that? Especially with the way that last tournament went, right? I think I bookended it with like a... with the 3 under and 4 under. That's pretty crazy. Where's the art stream? That is a thing that has never happened. I am no artist. I am absolutely no artist. Stole that one? Dude, we you know how many we stole round 4 last week? You know how many we stole round 4 last week? What is it? We chipped 3 in a row and almost 4. That was an absolute crazy stretch of holes. Do I really have to try and make a 3 hybrid work here? Getting some good swings at Danny. We're off to a pretty good start here. So I am 4 under through 5. I'm pretty happy with it. Played DS2 would be an art stream. No, well, I mean I've played DS2, so I guess by that logic we've had some art streams in the past. 235. 227. I think if we play this full loft... Yeah, I'm going to just play a full loft, because it has a little bit uphill, so I'm just going to bank on that being enough. Come back. Come on, wind. Do something. And then uphill, slow the ball. What a shot. I really thought that wind was gonna bring the ball over. Still waiting on the day of the dab redemption. Honestly, if the dab redemption ever somehow happens, I think I'll be in complete shock. I mean, I think it'll be like the coolest thing for it to happen. I'm gonna go... do I go aggro line? Because I feel like we roll quite a bit past if I go aggro line. So that's like where I would start it. I hate everything about that putt. I hate everything about that putt. It's what you're saving up for, Doctor? You'll probably die before you get enough, but still. I think the funniest part about it all is that we dabbed on stream one time, and that's what has caused this. Gotta work extremely hard for the second time because I've sworn it off since then. You take the day off of work for it? Yeah, have like a huge hype build up. Yeah, like the redemption would happen, but then it would be like an event. One dab to rule them all. Okay. I don't know what to do here, guys. I feel bad for... I play pretty long irons. I feel bad for a lot of people because I have a short... Like, my 6-iron... This is probably 6-iron to the front, if not longer, for a lot of people. Be no escape. 199. I'm just gonna call it like 298. I mean, I don't even know. I really don't even know here. Cause you're, this is probably just gonna be a long putt from the right. Is that still gonna drift too far to the right? Come on, 6. Have some bite somehow. Okay, I mean, this is as good of a putt as we're ever gonna get out of it. This is as good of a putt as we're ever gonna get out of it. Holy cow. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? It's all the break at the start, and then, like, the drift at the end. I can't believe that we held on to that. The high side was always the concern there. The high side was always the concern there. Now, can we actually... Can we carry this? Because with high winds, it was easy. But in these circumstances, like, it's still the same tee box. I don't know. It's gonna be close. 321 is without anything. You've got some elevation, and then you've got wind, but, like, how big is the wind multiplier with the backspin? Because then the other question is, like, if you lay this up, right, or just lay this up and run it out, you've got, like, a hybrid into what, that? See, like, that's going to be a tough call. If you can get an iron in, then obviously that's, like, perfect. So I'm going to try, I'm going to try and go over the bunker here. I just can't underhit this. Okay. I knew that was the risk. Is if we don't get the tempo there, but I don't think that this is anything that I really want to be trying to go for. If I lay it up. So I'm okay with that. Now the trick here is to play a short shot in. Yeah, with just the sand wedge flop there is just a very good club distance-wise. I thought about playing full backspin on it, but I was just a little bit too scared that if we actually somehow got a bunch of bite out of that we would send ourselves off, so I take a little there to be safe. Hey, what's going on, Dewey? Dewey, good to see you. Welcome back for 9 months. We have a sub baby. I am not paying child support. I'm sorry. Thank you for using your Prime over here. It's good to see you. I know that the new stream schedule definitely has a negative effect, you know, for some people. For some, it works better. For others, not as much. Unfortunately, that's the nature of it. But it's good to see you. I hope all is well with you. All is well over here. Just grinding away. Having a pretty good round at the moment, too. I feel like if you go out the back here and then just have a chip up, that's not the worst thing. Yeah, Dewey, the new time slot has definitely, I would say, been pretty kind to me in that regard. All right, come on. We're going to try and drive this. All right. Oh, it's short. I plugged in the light rough. But so it's not a plug. What in the world? Ah, this is going to be interesting. So, like, what is this foot lie play as, guys? For those gamers out there who are significantly better than me, how does this lie play? How much distance am I losing on this chip? I guess there's the bright side of, like, it's downhill here, so I can probably... get away with whatever here, because it should still release. Okay, this is gonna be, if we can sink this, it's gonna be a good up and down from there. Oh, it's like that weird thing too of it's breaking way more on the outside. That's so bleh. Ugh. I feel very icky about that putt alignment. Just the way that those greens are, that green is breaking there, the grids. So we got a back pit. I hate this hole. Cause what, if you lay up, let's just take a look at this. So if you lay up, it's still embanked, not as much, but if you were to lay up back there, you've got 300 yards in on a par 4. So you're like forced to go down here and forced to... try to play like a high draw. I hit that 89% because I had actually pulled the marker back and never reset it. But it's going to result in a fairway in regulation, so I think we'll take it. As much as I obviously would love the extra distance here for the approach shot, that's gonna work out for us. So this rolls down at the back too, so it's like double. It's like doubly mean. So if you lose, like, you've got elevation and the lie percentage and the wind just a touch in. So let's just say you lose 8 to 10 yards. You're close to back here. That 6 isn't going to run out. So you've got to play 5. You've got to play 5 with some loft. And then you're just trying to put it in this pocket, I think. Obviously, I think right side would be better. It's more momentum back towards the hole. What is this wind, though? And it's up the hill, so it's going to play a little bit less. Good strike. I'm not sure. This could be pretty good. I don't think I can play that much better. Chrono, that would be like an insane hole out. That would be an absolutely insane hole out if we're able to sink that guy. All right, we're on a little bit of a run here, yeah? A little bit of a run here. Watch out, Stives. we'd have to birdie out though, or something crazy to be in that conversation. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. 250, and then like 8 at the back. So we'd be carrying a little bit further than this. Honestly, I wouldn't mind playing it back towards where, like, pin 1 was. That's a little more right than I was trying to be, but that'll work. Oh, that's an insane shot. Oh. Heart went in the throat there, though, because I thought we were kicking right into the creek when that thing landed. Oh, my goodness me. Okay. Can we pay that ridiculousness off, then? Holy cow. Oh my goodness. My heart can't take that. My heart cannot take that. Get in there! Oh! Freaking go, man. Just draining everything. So what, we got like 9 mile an hour. 9 mile an hour. This is what happens. We actually hit our tempos and then we make some putts. It's a whole different ball game. It's a completely different game when you 202, 211, and maybe like 210. Before it's past this, this is probably the most challenging. So if you go like extra distance here and then the loft. We'll see. I'm starting to get maybe a little too precarious with this. It's actually still a pretty good tempo. The bounce up and over, oh, it dies. I put a little bit, yeah, I didn't get the distance I needed. I was trying to go a little bit, the backs, I think the loft took too much. Okay, I don't know what it is. I can't hit the long... That chip shot felt hella awkward. I, like, couldn't hit it, and I should have backed out of it. I like, couldn't... The swing just felt so wrong to me. Okay, this is a bit awkward. Okay, good save. Very awkward hole, though. I don't like the way that we played that. I got a little bit too crafty on the tee shot there. Should have gone for something a little bit simpler, and then just a really bad input on the chip. Like the short chips I've been getting pretty good at. Those long chips, though, just have been like a very troublesome matter to me. Ooh, 7-iron here. The problem is gonna be that even with the full backspin, I don't quite think that we can pull this off, but I can't go 6-iron. 6-iron just requires too much shape. Right? Like... I don't think this is the play that I want to be making here. Like, I mean, it's 182, 178, so I need to carry 186. So what, I would need to get like 8 yards back? I don't love that. I just really don't love that. I don't know if I can get enough bite on the 7-iron though. This is a very, very speculative shot. Oh no, the wind is drifting too much. That's gonna be problematic too. Thought that push was gonna play further. Okay, so it's light rough. So we've got that going for us. I think here it's full off, full backspin, and just... You're playing it to run out, something like that. Ring her up. Ring her up. Yeah, what's going on, Butch? How's it going? Ooh, didn't get the push on that one. But you can't teach it. As Carpy would say, you can't teach it. Holy God. I don't know that it matters that we get through there, because, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this shot, but... Yeah, alright. Can't teach that. Yeah, because we're just naturally in here now. I almost think that bunker is the play. Like, if I'm being completely honest. Now, if you find the rough, that's going to be problematic. Over here is a sideway. This is probably it. What's going on, A-Day? Play any other societies? A little bit, yeah. We mostly play this society, but we play a little bit of Rub at the Green, a little bit of Fishbowl, sometimes the other TGC Tours lower societies. Alright, so the real trick here is to, like, actually find that bunker. I think we're on a good line for it. Perfect. It's gonna be a long splash shot up here, but I kind of think that this is the play, right? Like, you want to land it somewhere like here, and then have it kick. I slowed it. Little bit much on the power, so that slow leg ends up being good, but not obviously not for line, but for good for power. Gotta be a little bit more committed on that shot. That's just with it being the partial, get a little bit in my head about it. Some pace up the hill, take the birdie, carry on. Just started TGC today, love to hear it. Welcome, welcome to your new addiction. It's gonna take years from you. Nah, it's not gonna take years from you. It's gonna be a very, very enjoyable number of years. I mean, with frustration, but the community around it is phenomenal. 8A, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Doing a long crossover event with Mass Effect, so naturally your response is to go play this. I don't know what to do with you, Doctor. I don't know what to do with you, man. Just got back into TGC today. Love to hear that, Butch. Get in there. Where were you in TGC when you left off, by the way? 94, 90... Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna be a little bit more to the right just in case it doesn't come back. Apparently this is not the week to come back for Kinetic, but your T7 after 2. I've heard some complaints. I've heard some complaints about Kinetic. But hey, T7 after 2, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty dang good. Alrighty. Back pin, medium wins about 157. And then, like, what are we calling this? Maybe like an 7, 8 mile an hour wind on a diagonal here. So I'm gonna play it up closer to 8, 9. So we're about 5 yards short. So this would put us about 7 yards long. Right, put us about 160. Right in the back there. Question is, like, can you slowly roll that down enough, or do you just try and run the pitching wedge through? I guess in, like, a really weird situation, like, you might play a punch shot, but 6-iron punch, I feel like, is gonna have way too much roll. It's a fun backside. I know, it's tempting. It's very, very tempting. I'm gonna try and use it. That's the only problem is, like, with 155s is not getting the, like, big spin back. But trying to stretch my pitching wedge up in there, I feel like I would definitely be struggle busting a little bit. And it's a little bit downhill behind, so this is definitely... Even though it's one that you're not hitting that hard, that's the danger of it, you know? I don't know who stole the controller from me, but they need a raise. Okay, looking at this, I don't think we're driving it. I feel like drive is just putting the water in play. Okay, so then the question from here becomes, like, that seems to be the play. Is something like a chip up from here? So probably taking the 3 wood... a little bit fast, but it's gonna be... that's gonna be fine. We may be... probably a little bit too short. Maybe I needed to take some sort of de-lofted driver to get around there, because now I can't really chip it. So that's the only, like, awkward thing with this, is we didn't get out far enough. So now we're in partial flop territory. So this is going to be a real tester. Come on, bite. Just bite. That's a shot. That's a shot right there. A little fast, but that's going to be more than fine. Come on. One last shot to cap this round off. Oh, let's get a good approach shot in here. This is probably the best golf that I've played in a long, long time. I feel like we've had just incredible command. Really, really good tempo. The nerves did not overtake us today. Okay, this drifts out 5 yards. I think a little loft and a little spin. Maybe a little more spin because of the lie that we're on. Okay, a little bit slow, but we're on a good line still. Perfect would have been even more left if this has good bite on it. Okay, we have a putt. We have a putt. 11 foot. Funky is all get out. Funky is all get out here. It's this foot lie that I really don't know how it's gonna play. Come on! Hot dang! I got nowhere. Are you not entertained? Who do you think you are? I am. Holy cow, dude. I'm gonna miss everything tomorrow, but you know what? It was worth it.